Hello, my name is KK Kwa. I'm a STEM instructor at Tampa Preparatory School where we use the Project Lead the Way curriculum. I'm going to be showing you an Autodesk Force Effect which is used in the Principles of Engineering curriculum. When you first open up a Google Chrome page, you can go to the store right here and then add Autodesk Force Effect, which is a app. You can do a search in the store to add this app. It is free. It is also available in iPad for free. All right, after you have clicked this icon, you will see Force Effect. Now, before we get into the mechanics of using it, I just want to show you a diagram that we'll be using. This is right out of the POE curriculum 2.1.6. It's simply a truss, and that is what Force Effect is used for, Truss Calculations, with 5 members, A, B, C, D, with joints and pins and rollers. This is the diagram we will be focusing on. Notice the dimensions are in feet. A to D is 3 feet, D to C is 7 feet, and the height of B to D is 4 feet, and the forces are in pounds, so it is best suited for imperial units. All right, when we first open up Force Effect, we get this page, and we can either click on the blank icon to start a new diagram. Notice there are other samples you can look at later. Or you can click on this new icon on the top right corner. When you do that, you will first get this worksheet. A couple of things to note. The first one is the toolbars on the left-hand side. The toolbars are effectively a pointer, which is to use for selections, a Create Elements icon, which is used for creating your members of the trusses, the Create Construction Elements icon, if you need to use that, a Loads submenu, which you can use to create your forces acting on the trusses, and a Supports submenu to allow you to put pins or rollers, and of course a trash can, which is your erase mode. You'll also see the central area where you have you can import pictures either from your local drive, from Autodesk 360, or switch to engineering paper, which will allow you to draw units easily. Up here you have again a new worksheet if you need to create a new drawing, a settings page, which allows you to change your units from imperial to metric or back and forth, and precision, and also to turn off the visibility of the units on the sketch. The report we cannot run right now, but that will generate a detailed report of your truss calculations. And then finally a save, which you will have to have a sign-in for Autodesk 360 in order to save your design. Okay, let's get started with that previous diagram. I'll pull it up again real quick. This is the truss we're going to create, and then you'll see how easily it allows you to see the calculations. I'm going to switch to engineering paper. It's already defaulted to foot and pounds. So I'm going to switch to engineering paper, which each of these units are in feet. All right. First, we're going to create A and B. I know the height of, the distance from A to D is 3, and the distance of D to B is 4. So I'm going to draw the diagonal first. So I'm going to click on this, drag it up, 3 units over, and 4 units up, snap it to the point. Okay, now I have B. Now, because it's a Pythagoras triangle, you can tell it is 5 feet for the diagonal. Now, B and C are a little more difficult, but you still can work it because we know B and D is 4 feet, and then all you need to do is count out 7 units across and snap on C. And then the rest is just simply snapping to point D and then connecting D to point A and D to point B. Okay, so we have now created our truss members. The next step is to add the pins. We do that by clicking on this triangle, which will show the supports menu, and it automatically defaults to the fixed pin first, which is located at point A. So once we click that, you'll see the triangle appear there. Now we'll want to select the sliding pin or the roller pin before we click on point C to create that icon. Now this only shows a vertical orientation for the pins, but you can actually drag it off to the side to make the pins or rollers orient themselves horizontally. Now that you've put these pins in, you'll notice the truss members have changed to more fixed elements. All right, the final thing we have to do is just to put the force. We know there's a 500-pound force pointing from D. We're going to click on the arrow in the load submenu. The rest are for other kinds of forces. You can create an unknown force. You can create a distributed load. You can also create a moment if you need to. But in this case, we have a simple force, 500 pounds. So we're going to click on D first and then drag upward to make the arrow point downwards. Notice if we drag it the other way, it orients the force in the opposite direction. So we're going to drag up, and it doesn't matter if we don't get to 500. It just shows about 133 right here. We'll just let it loose, okay, and then we can set the value now at 500 and click OK. And you can see immediately your truss diagram is complete. Okay, let's compare this to the original again real quickly, and you have all the information you need to do the truss calculations. All right, so all I need to do now is one of two things. If I just want to know the calculation at a specific truss member, I just click on the pointer, the selector, and then click on the member. So here, if I click on A to B, I get the forces there. If I click on B to C, I get the calculations there. Or C to D, D to B, or A to D. Now, if I want a comprehensive report of all of these, all I have to do then is now click on the report in the top right menu when it shows Show Detailed Report, and you will have a detailed report. It takes a few seconds to generate, and you can see this is a very comprehensive report of all the forces and reactions at each point. The report does change, by the way, depending on which member you have highlighted. Typically, when you highlight the pin, it shows the most comprehensive report. So I'll give it a second here again. It's going to generate a second report. But now, when you see this report now is much, much longer than the previous one I had. Okay? And that's pretty much it. This is a completed diagram. And you have completed your first truss calculations, and you can see how easily you can do this with AutoDesk Force Effect. Remember, it is a free app on both iPad and also in the Google Store for your Google Chrome browser. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your classes.